shot and broken glass. News 13's Dave Malkoff is live tonight at a local homeless shelter with the story. Dave?
Well, Michael, places like the Las Vegas Rescue Mission are where a lot of homeless people are sleeping tonight, but during the day they get help from a man who's been lending a helping hand for over a quarter of a century. That wasn't until last night when bullets came flying through his house.
Terrified. We just don't know what to do.
John Cook and his wife Marissa carry soup, soap, and hope to thousands of homeless people, but now their van is full of shattered glass. The driving minister is now a victim of a drive-by.
Thank God I got the truck parked here because they could have shot us inside. And it's all full of glass. We had the mistake, and we work with the homeless, and we couldn't take coffee and stuff out to them today.
The gunshots temporarily shut down a 25-year tradition.
I don't know where you could ever find glass like that. I ain't got the scratch to pay for it.
The shots also hit the house and almost killed the preacher's wife.
I said, my God, they've shot my darling.
She was inside cooking dinner when the bullets broke the glass and whizzed in.
When I was cut that bed, I went to the window. I said, it came from there. I knew it came from there. And we opened up the curtain, and my goodness, it was just all those bullet holes are there.
And one of those shotgun pellets grazed Melinda's scalp. They called 911, and medics say she'll be okay. But as for the truck and all these photos, that may take some work.
You know, that truck it's just a lifesaver to people. It's a cathedral on wheels, and I'm scared now. I got no place to move. I don't know where to go or nothing. And I'm scared of my wife. They might shoot my dog or my cats.
For now, Melinda and John are having trouble sleeping at night. In the morning, they'll try to get back up on their feet again. You know, that van has been all around the country, from Florida to Tennessee to here. He has been driving since the 60s. Tonight, John is happy that no one was hurt and the van still runs. Michael?
Dave, he's actually thinking of running for mayor?
Yeah, actually, that's what he told me. He wants to run for mayor of North Las Vegas because he wants to push for more anti-gun laws and to clean up his neighborhood.
Well, being mayor would be one way to get that done. All right, Dave, thanks a lot. And now back to our top story. It's official. George W. Bush was sworn in today, becoming America's 43rd president. He pledged to build a single nation of justice and opportunity. ABC's Lisa Sylvester has more.
Repeat after me. I, George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
I, George Walker Bush, do solemnly swear.
That
George W. Bush, following the same path of history as his father, became the nation's 43rd president.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Flanked by his family, tears welled up in his eyes. The president made a special appeal to Americans to heal their differences, regardless of race, gender, or income.
I ask you to seek a common good beyond your comfort, to defend needed reforms against easy attacks, to serve your nation, beginning with your neighbor.
Just a few feet away, looking on, former Vice President Al Gore, who won the popular vote but lost the electoral vote by the slimmest of margins.
The Honorable William Jefferson Clinton.
After the swearing-in ceremony, former President Clinton and Senator Hillary Clinton said their goodbyes at a rally at Andrews Air Force Base. And as tradition, the new president and first lady paraded down Pennsylvania Avenue, greeted by a mix of supporters and protesters. And to cap off the evening, the new first couple attended 8 inaugural balls, along with Vice President Dick Cheney and his wife Lynn. A mix of pageantry and politics.
I am so honored and so humbled. I cannot wait to begin to work tomorrow. But in the meantime, we've got some dancing to do.
The president was greeted by nasty weather in Washington today, but that didn't seem to stop thousands of protesters.
Bush is the face of racism. He's the face of sexism.
Demonstrators voiced their opinions of George W. Bush as his motorcade worked its way along Pennsylvania Avenue. One person burned an American flag atop a lamppost. There were brief clashes with police, but only 6 arrests. Someone held a sign that read, "I didn't vote for your daddy either." Bush had barely become the president when he got down to business. He formally submitted his cabinet nominations to the Senate. In return, they quickly confirmed of his nominees. Among the first to win approval were Colin Powell as Secretary of State, Donald Rumsfeld as Secretary of Defense, and Paul O'Neill as Treasury Secretary. Also confirmed was Spencer Abraham as Energy Secretary. That's bad news for Nevada, according to Senator Harry Reid. The Democrats said today he opposed the confirmation of Abraham because of his staunch support for Yucca Mountain as a nuclear waste repository.
Tonight, a man took office today who got 600,000
transfer of power is a tribute to the country.
Close election in Florida. Not a single person's been arrested, no physical violence, and we had a celebration today, and that's what it should be.
Reid says senators on both sides of the aisle must continue to work with each other if anything is going to get done during Bush's administration. Before President Clinton flew into the New York sunset, he pardoned 140 people erasing their criminal records. Among those pardoned today, Clinton's half-brother Roger Clinton, Whitewater business partner Susan McDougal, 1970s kidnapped heiress Patricia Hearst. The orders Clinton signed 2 hours before leaving office also spared one man from execution and cleared the cloud of scandal from two former cabinet members, ex-CIA Director John Deutsch and ex-housing chief Henry Cisneros. A new statue of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. here in the Valley will be a permanent reminder of his dream. The artwork was unveiled today at the grand opening of the Clark County Community Resource Center. The bronze statue stands 12 feet high with Dr. King holding the world, Constitution, and the Bible in his hands. The unveiling of the statue marks the conclusion of a week-long Martin Luther King Jr. observance here in the Valley. Along with the statue, there is a new social service building as well. Martin Luther King III was in Las Vegas for the unveiling of the statue in his father's honor. He continues his father's work speaking around the world and developing programs for young people. Tonight, News 13's Carolyn Jefferson sat down with King to talk about his father's legacy.
As a 12-foot bronze statue of the country's most famous civil rights leader was unveiled, Martin Luther King III was there to witness yet another tribute to his father's legacy.
Well, he'd certainly be very honored and humbled that a statue was dedicated in his honor. And I think then he would probably be reflective in terms of where we are as a nation, in terms of achieving the dream that he fought so hard to achieve.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up, live out the true meaning of its creed.
It's been almost 4 decades since King shared his dream of one America on the steps of the nation's capital. Although there has been progress, his son believes King's dream has yet to be fulfilled. Following a controversial election and a new party in office, some question the future of civil rights. Martin Luther King III says it's not about the leadership, but more importantly, those who believe in the dream.
There are a lot of us who are very concerned, but no matter what happens with the government, the changes that we seek, we must continue to forge forward and mobilize people to bring about the changes.
We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal.
For many, this larger-than-life figure is a permanent reminder of King's legacy passed on to each and every one of us.
I have a dream.
Carolyn Jefferson, News 13, inside Las Vegas.
The Martin Luther King Jr. statue was created by renowned artist Tina Allen of Los Angeles. Her work includes a 5-ton sculpture of Roots author Alex Haley in Knoxville, Tennessee. A pilot from Northwest Airlines who lives in Las Vegas was fired after he failed 2 sobriety tests. On Thursday, Timothy McCourt flew from San Antonio to Minneapolis. When he got off the plane, coworkers noticed he smelled like alcohol. The pilot was then tested twice for sobriety and failed both times. But Northwest says the passengers were never in danger. Sahara Avenue will be closed for a few more days, so you'll want to take a different route. Parts of the road will be under construction from Rancho to Highland. To get around the construction, you'll have to use the detour marked in green on your screen, and that will take you from Rancho to Oakey. Barricades will be up until early Monday morning, and you can see the construction area live right here on News 13 Stratacam. Crews are working on a freeway ramp over Sahara. They'll also add drainage pipes under the road. The job will cost $34 million and should ease congestion in that area. Time now for your first forecast. News 13 meteorologist Steve Gibb in the Neighborhood Weather Center. Steve?
Good evening, Michael. Good evening, everybody. It's been a beautiful evening around much of the valley. Temperatures have been fairly chilly this evening. We're starting to cool off rapidly. But overall, calm conditions and mostly clear skies, and those conditions will prevail. It'll be like that going into tomorrow. So good-looking Sunday coming up for you. Outside live, you can see what's happening with the skyline. It's clear, of course, in the skies, and therefore things are going to cool off rapidly down into the low, mid-30s by 8 o'clock, but generally down into the low 30s by the early morning hours. So it'll be chilly if you're getting up at that time. Overall, mostly sunny skies with a few clouds in the afternoon hours and a high tomorrow near 59 degrees. Some changes coming up for next week. What are they? I'll let you know with the complete forecast in a few minutes. Michael?
All right, Steve. We'll see you then. Former President Ronald Reagan is resting at home tonight 1 week after hip surgery. Reagan was released from the hospital today and returned home to Bel Air, California, where he'll continue physical therapy. Reagan fell last Friday. The next day, doctors used a pin, plate, and screws to fix his broken hip. More than 10,000 people sent cards and emails to the Reagans with hopes for a speedy recovery. Still ahead on News 13 at 11, coming soon to a doorstep near you, Little Girls in Green. It's cookie time for local Girl Scouts of America. We'll have more. Plus, singer Garth Brooks is in town, but he's not here to sing. We'll tell you why the country's superstar is visiting the Valley. Those stories and more when News 13 at 11 returns.
You're watching News 13 inside Las Vegas.
Never seen the sky so blue. Birds are singing, I got nothing to do. Hey, 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 hey. It's just a sunny day.
Nate Tannenbaum on News 13 inside Las Vegas. For years, Allison McCarthy has helped you solve your problems. Now you can join her in her most personal story ever.
43% body fat? I don't like feeling this way.
Weight Loss for Life, Mondays at 5 on News 13. You can help build a strong community. Just join the team. Call the Team 13 hotline at 733-TEAM. Together, we can make a difference.
Book lovers gather today to officially dedicate the new Lead Library at UNLV. The new building, which covers more than 300,000 square feet, opened to students at the beginning of this month. It features hundreds of computer workstations and a number of group study rooms, not to mention all of the books. You may soon be getting a knock at the door from some very pressing salespeople.
Would you like to buy some Girl Scout cookies? Sure, let me see what you've got.
Today is the first day of Girl Scout cookie sales. Local scouts of all ages will be trekking from door to door trying to get you to buy Thin Mints, Tagalongs, Samoas, or Do-si-dos. Those are my favorites. There's even one new cookie this year. It's called Animal Treasures. They are shortbread cookies dipped in chocolate and shaped like endangered animals. Garth Brooks was in the Valley today. He came to update the success of the Touch 'Em All Foundation. Brooks has joined Major League Baseball players to benefit children's charities. Baseball star Jason Giambi was with him. Brooks says he wants to get the word out because the more people know about his foundation, the more they can help children.
Education, education, and education. The more we know about anything, the better decisions that we can make. And the more you know about Touch 'Em All Foundation, the more you know about how they work, it's great. The more you dig, the more you're going to like.
Thanks to Brooks and other volunteers, the foundation has raised over $10 million for children in the past 2 years and has doubled in size. Good for them.
Great job.
News 13 meteorologist Steve Geary is here now with the complete forecast, and might get cold later this week.
Yeah, it's getting cold tonight. I mean,
that's true. Yeah.
We got friends in town. They came up from Palm Springs, and this is cold here. It's cold here at night in Palm Springs. They said it was getting down in the upper 30s in Palm Springs, and had to come to Las Vegas and get even chilled a little more as we get down into the low 30s tonight in some areas. But overall, the forecast looks great for tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies for Sunday. Mostly sunny and nice coming up. Temperatures, okay, yeah, they're cold in the morning hours, in the 30s, but you know, when the sunshine comes out, takes the edge off things, and we warm up nicely into the 50s, upper 50s, the downtown area, 61 the forecast high in Henderson. North Las Vegas, 58 your forecast high after an early morning low of 33. There's where the cold stuff is. You really want to get cold, head to the north, up to Caliente or up to the mountains. Mount Charleston, 45. The forecast high tomorrow after an early morning low of only 19 degrees. Let's fly you up on our weather flight tonight into the atmosphere, see what's happening. Little trough developing off the coast of California, front also on the surface with some rain. There it is. Is it headed our way into Las Vegas? Not for tomorrow, folks. We'll stay dry. A few high clouds spilling out around the ridge of high pressure that's been over us, and that ridge will protect us through tomorrow. It'll keep the storm out there in the Pacific, and you can see how the rain's getting redirected around us to the north and up into northern California. So we'll stay dry and fairly typical in terms of temperatures. 57 today's official high temperature in Las Vegas. 58 is where we typically should be. So almost right on the numbers today in terms of the high and low temperature. Elsewhere around the country, it's been a wet one and a snowy one throughout the Northeast through Philadelphia, Boston, and New York City. And temperatures have been darn right frigid for daytime highs out to New York, 32 there. Right now at home, we're at 42, light southwest breeze at 8 miles per hour. Here's your forecast tonight. Low of 34. We'll call it cold. But tomorrow, as we mentioned, mostly sunny skies. You will see a few more afternoon clouds tomorrow with a high of 59 on Sunday. 54 Monday, a few scattered showers are possible. Monday in the higher elevations especially. And then on Wednesday, a more potent system comes in with a touch of wind and some more scattered showers coming up Wednesday. So there'll be some changes coming up next week.
Tell your Palm Springs friends to add another blanket.
That's right.
Tell them I told you so. All
Turn
right,
on the electric heater.
Thanks a lot.
Sure.
Still ahead on News 13 at 11, a role model can be an important part of a child's life. In tonight's Team 13 report, we'll show you how you can make a difference when News 13 continues.
YourInsideLasVegas.com. Get updates on construction, road closings, and accidents. Just choose a specific location, and our webcams give you a live look at traffic. Only on News 13.
Studies show most children do better in life if they have a role model. For many at-risk children, that can mean someone outside their home. Tonight, Team 13 reporter Jenna Anton shows us one program that gives those children the special attention they need while in school.
It takes just a little time to make a big difference in a child's life. Just ask 11-year-old Mark Cottrill and 18-year-old Alexis Garrett.
I told you I would beat you again.
The two are part of the Big Brothers Big Sisters Mentoring in Schools program. Each week, Alexis meets Mark at Red Rock Elementary during school hours for 1 hour of one-on-one fun.
Don't jump me. It's fun. I mean, it's all fun. All we do is play games and just be stupid and laugh, and you know, it's hilarious. The kids are so funny, and I just love being around them.
The Mentoring in Schools program started a year and a half ago. Nationally, the goal is to have an adult mentor for 1 million children by the year 2010. Here in Las Vegas, organizers would like to see the number of local mentors double. Right now, there are 35 matched up and 45 children waiting.
I see success in every match. I see their grades go up. I see their social skills improve.
Alexis and Mark were matched up because they like the same things.
Soccer and checkers, because I beat her at both.
You know, we have a lot in common. I think it's good for Mark, and it's good for me too, because it's like I have the chance to go off and be a kid and play soccer and just do whatever I want, you know, for an hour. Man. So I think it's very good.
After just 1 hour a week, both win in the end. Jenna Anton, News 13, inside Las Vegas.
Right now, the mentoring program is in 15 Valley schools. If you'd like to volunteer as a big brother or big sister mentor, just call our Team 13 hotline at 733-TEAM. The Mayweather-Corrales fight is over. Coming up, Mario will have highlights from tonight's super featherweight matchup.
Taking a look at traffic this morning, heading southbound on I-15. You are going to expect a delay. An accident reported there right now in the Spaghetti Bowl.
Live Chopper 13, weekdays, every morning, every evening. Live traffic reports on News 13 and online. YourInsideLasVegas.com. Monday on Good Morning Las Vegas.
He made you laugh an airplane and the naked gun.
And now Leslie Nielsen is in Las Vegas to stir up a little fun. See him here live on Good Morning Las Vegas.
See you then.
I'm Mark Williams, your host of The Home Show, the Valley's #1 new home program on News 13 inside Las Vegas. Sunday mornings at 10. Join us, won't you?
Now, news.
Prior to his fight with Diego Corrales at the MGM Grand, Floyd Mayweather Jr. said he would beat his opponent up for all battered women. Well, since Corrales is facing spousal abuse charges. Mayweather not only made good on his word, but he also beat up Corrales for coming home late after his senior prom, for not dialing 1-800-COLLECT, and for the one time he stepped on a spider as a kid, because if there were any wrongdoings in the challenger's past, the champ made him pay for it with interest. After dominating for 6 rounds, Mayweather drops Corrales with the first punch of the 7th. Corrales gets up for the first knockdown of his career, only to experience numbers 2 and 3 later in the round. 8,000 fans on hand were impressed with Corrales' heart, but they were more impressed with Mayweather's display of thunder and lightning. Champ connecting on over 50% of his punches. Then finally in the 10th, Diego tastes the canvas 2 more times before his father in the corner decides to stop it, and that is basically how Floyd Mayweather Jr. embarrasses Diego Corrales to retain his WBC super featherweight crown.
Only thing Floyd Mayweather do is want to improve. I'm still young, I'm still learning. There's a lot I got to learn. And tonight I just went out there and put on a good show, put on a good performance, and listen to my uncle in my corner and listen to my dad from the sideline. And went out there and be the best. Went out there and be the best I can be. And that's be a young champion that's hungry. And I'm just keep dedicating myself to the sport of boxing. And by beating the best, you become the best. The only thing I want to do, just keep beating, good fighters out there, so someday I could become great.
The victory was sweet personally and financially for Mayweather, who picks up a new 6-fight, $15 million deal with HBO. To some court issues now, where Las Vegas Andre Agassi was in his showdown of his own this evening down under. The Australian Open's 6th seed, battling Aussie Andrew Eiley for a set and a half. The Patriot and Agassi reeling, but unflustered by Eiley's theatrics. Agassi rallied from 3-3 in the second set to win 9 consecutive games and to cruise to a 4-set victory. 6-3, 6-0, 6-3 were the winning scores. Once Agassi got done making Eiley run all over the court, the defending champion now advances to a potential quarterfinal showdown against Pete Sampras. All right, meanwhile, on that other court, the Hardwoods, Silver Bandits get 8 players to score in double figures to knock off New Mexico 114-104. The victory raises the Bandits' mark to a pair of games above 500. On Monday night, the Rebels will have to rebound from their embarrassing 28-point loss at BYU against arguably the best team in the Mountain West, New Mexico. Rebels desperately need to pick up a victory at the TNM against the Lobos. If they drop that game, they then go into number 9 Georgetown on Thursday with their losing streak at 3. Hey, if UCLA doesn't quit losing, then UNLV will no doubt not land Rick Pitino. With the heat on Coach Steve Lavin, what did the Bruins do for him after taking a lead in the second half against number 17 Arizona? They come out and shoot only 24%. That's Diego Corrales numbers there. As the Wildcats crush the Bruins by 25, 88-63. The loss drops UCLA to 10-5 on the year. Finally, in women's play, Lady Rebs bomb Air Force by 31, 73-42. The win improves UNLV to 12-4 for the season. But Mike, getting back to Floyd Mayweather Jr., you're about what, $153 these days?
Sure.
All right. You want to shed about 20 pounds and fight Floyd?
No.
I wouldn't gain 40 pounds to fight Floyd. I mean, he's that dominant, so.
You look good tonight.
Oh, he looked fantastic tonight. And a night when he needed to look fantastic.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
Mario, thanks. Final check of your forecast is just ahead. Steve has wake-up weather next. Sunday morning is just around the corner.
Well, if the sun doesn't wake you up, the cold weather will. It'll be a cold start on Sunday, low near 33 degrees, high about 59 by later on tomorrow afternoon.
That is getting down there. Yeah. That's all for News 13 at 11. Have a great night, and we'll see you back here tomorrow at 6.
The latest weather is just one phone call away. Call News 13's Weather Line, only from News 13, inside Las Vegas.